Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Global Digital Success Talks. Um, where we talk today about the online business journey, and also we have guests that share their journey experience. So today, we're gonna have Lena. She's all the way from Australia, but she's originally from India. So she will introduce herself later. So let's start with introducing each one of us. So I'll start with me. So my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama. I currently live in Surrey, BC, Canada. I work in the movie industry, and I'm a digital business owner. Mia?
Yes, my name's Mia. I currently live in Coquitlam, BC, Canada, but I'm originally from Korea. I am an office admin for an elevator company and also a digital business owner. Thank you.
Thank you, Mia.
You're
Isabel?
welcome.
Hello everyone, my name is Isabel Vargas. I'm originally from Mexico. I live in United States. I'm married, I have three kids, and I work for the school system as a teacher assistant, and I'm also a digital business owner.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Isabel. Okay, so let's bring our guests to the studio. Hi, Lena, and welcome to our live today.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Hi.
Hi.
So would you like to introduce to our audience?
Sure. As you heard, I am Lena. So we live here in Brisbane, Australia, with our family. I'm basically from Kerala, India. So I am a Malayali. So namaskaram. That's what we greet people in our language. I'm primarily a registered nurse. I'm a mother of two girls, and I'm running the digital business too with like all these other ladies.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Lena. Okay, so let's start with the first question.
Hey Lena, welcome. My first question for you: how did you start this business, and what motivated you to pursue it?
Well, thank you for bringing me to your session. Um, I would say, like, when I realized that any income and that the cost of my health is not worth, I decided to move on. That's how I came into the business. After my second child was born, I had a back injury, and I was just struggling between home and work, always working and having a lots of back pain. So I wanted something extra to reduce my hours. I was looking for something in online space. Actually, I was not looking into anything other than nursing because I I felt like I can do something in nursing, like other than my clinical roles. But I never thought I would come into something like this or marketing or anything like that. But when I knew about this business, I was willing to explore it. I explored it, and yes, I was surprised to see that so many nurses are into this, and they are very well doing it, and many of them has even quit their job and running this business and has taken this as their career because of so many other reasons or whatever their reasons was, maybe family health or whatever. So I thought, like, if they were bold enough, many immigrant families, they were bold enough to quit such a demanding profession and switch their career. I felt there is something valuable in it. So I put myself into it and I really learned about it. And yeah, it's going wonderful. I'm happy that I made the right choice.
Thank you, Lena. Um, so, oh, you wanted to say something, Mia?
No, no.
No,
I
no, I'm all right.
was
Yes.
for the second question.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a good thing that you mentioned there because a lot of people join the online business because different reasons, and like you mentioned, like because of health issues. Some people or join the business because like They need some financial extra income, so there's different ways why people join the business. Like I always mention, like there's also, people were saved by an ad, and that's why they're here today. So like our mission to communicate to people is, like there's a reason why, because someone out there, they need to hear, like our message. So what the reason why we do our lives is just to help someone out there that needs the help. So yeah. So the next question.
Yes. Then how do you balance between job and family and this business?
Yes. That's a very relevant question. I get to asked by many of my friends when I came into this, like, how are you managing your family, your work, and little children? So it's very important. So I would say, with like any other career, you should treat your work as work. You should treat your family as family. You treat your business as business. Don't mix up them. So challenges are everywhere, but don't take the burden from your family to your workplace and put it on your colleagues or whatever it is, whoever is around you. And don't bring the tensions from the workplace to the home and blast it on your children or your husband or whoever is at your home. I would prefer to leave things where it happens. And in terms of time, I have allocated a specific time for all of my tasks, like not very strict, but I have a schedule. In a week, 3 days I put to my work, a few hours, 3 days I put to my work, and the other 3 days, a few hours I put into the business. Yeah, that's how I do. If you earn a lot of money juggling between house and work and doing a lot of work and get stressed and you don't have that peace or quality in your personal life or your family life, all those hard-earned money is a waste. So yeah, so to find a balance is all about creating a schedule for yourself, assign your task, prioritize it, and it gets done. That's how I do it.
It
Yes.
sounds like you are
Yeah.
doing great. I must say my case is a little different though, and not as challenging as some of you who have kids and family to look after. But I was still
Mm.
overwhelmed with managing my time, especially at the beginning. I remember there was a lot of training material that you have to digest, and not having prior experience in the social media marketing. But I guess you get to learn how to allocate your time more effectively and efficiently, so that you don't get so overwhelmed. Finding that right balance is the key through your journey, I think.
True.
Yes.
Yeah. You're right about that, Mia. Time management is a big key to success in the business because, like, some of us still have a full-time job, and then we have family, we have kids, and then we have this digital business. So it's very important for us to have our schedules and respect our time with the family so it doesn't interfere with the business. But then again, you have to make sure that you're making some time for the business and keep running it every day effectively if you want to see results.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. It's like setting boundaries and it's scheduling, like planning with your schedule just to make that there's no conflict and you don't miss any like family event, like especially like if you have little ones, to further school. Um, and also not neglecting the family, because that's one of the things that even, like on the regular, like for like people that doesn't work in the industry, if I'm talking like for example like people that work regular jobs, sometimes they carry too much on their work that they neglect the
Yeah.
family. So that's something that we need to create, like the balance to make sure, like we do our business, we do our job, but also we make time to have with their family so we don't neglect them, because that's very important to have that balance.
Mhm.
Okay, so the next question. So you previously had an employee mindset. So what prompted the shift to an entrepreneurial mindset, and how was that journey?
Yes, yes, that was a huge change to me. Well, as I said before, I was not looking into a business, and I have no business background, and I was not into this at all. So, what after coming into this, I had to unlearn many things that I learned, and acquire um, many things that I acquired through my childhood. So, through the education system that I had, the only intention was to study well, get a well paid, high reputed job, and work for someone. So that's all about being an employee. To get into something, um, there are different professions which are reputed and not that reputed. So you get something into a reputed profession and just live a good social life or professional life. So that was the only thing or only kind of culture that I had. That all that was that I inculcated through my education was just an employee mindset. But after coming into this business, like I started reflecting on what I think and uh, what um, what is a person who is running a business think. Not only this business, but any other business. It's like they are more self-motivated. They are more self-paced than being working under someone or being pushed to work. They are working from themselves. It comes from within themselves to put their efforts. That's one thing, and I was not a very good person with a good communication skill or good social skill to be doing an online marketing. Even now, I'm not. I would say I don't have many friends. I'm not a very socializing person, um, and I never liked those pushy people who calls you, nags you to sell their products, and also all those kind of things. I never liked it. But after coming into this business, I realized how the technology has advanced. What change has the new advanced technologies and the social media marketing, artificial intelligence, all those have how it has impacted the businesses and how it has impacted the marketing industries, and things have changed so much. It was never like what I thought before. It has become so much easy with the use of all these technologies. You don't have to go after people. There is a chance of reaching a wide audience across the globe. So all those kind of thoughts and what I learned through this business is of great value, which I never got from anywhere. So yeah, and I would say like I've become more broader in my perspective, not rigid and concise in my thoughts and ideas anymore. So that was a huge personality development. Yes.
Yes. I think a lot of people, like we grew up, thinking, like we have to study, get, like a diploma, then find work and then work. And we didn't, I mean, because, like technology, like you mentioned, like technology before, we didn't have what we have today. So our mentality was, like working. But as technology has evolved, we have more possibilities in front of us. But sometimes because we are so focused on our mindset of being an employee, we don't see those possibilities. Like you mentioned, for example, like the the business that existed before, you had to do like the war market, contacted and try to get people. But because of technology that we have today, like the social media marketing, we don't have to go and talk to people. Like we just created the ad, and then we have like we reach a lot of people around the world, you know, and we don't need that pushy sell like you were mentioning. So yes, technology really helps. But even then, you know, like we, because of this that we have the technology, a lot of people still have that employee mindset, and they're not able to see the possibilities. um, but eventually, you know, like as people will realize that, you know, like all the possibilities that they have to join the business, you know, because the way that, you know, things are going, you know, like you need to have a plan B, you know, to be able to have that extra source of income that is necessary. Because the salaries and inflation, you know, they are not balanced. Like the inflation is way up there compared to the salaries that we have. So anyone else want to add something or?
Yes, I just wanted to say, society itself, I think we are all taught that we have to go get a job. We go to school, we get a career, then we work for somebody. And sometimes we're not even happy working for somebody else, but yet we don't think about looking for other ways to earn money because our mind is always like, in that same um, lane. Like we don't think outside the box. Like, okay, let's go look for something different. When we think about looking for something else, when we're not happy where we are, we're still thinking about going to work for somebody else. We're not thinking about starting your own business or becoming your own boss, making your own hours and stuff like that. So, what I like about this business is that all the training and the personal growth that you get from here, your mindset starts shifting and you start to see all these different possibilities and all these different things that you can do. And you're like, how come I didn't think about that before, Because the reason why is because we didn't have that mindset. We're changing our mindset. And so now we see different paths that we can take to achieve our goals and to make our lives better.
Yeah, we like to be comfortable where we are. So that's the one of the reasons too. Like we feel comfortable and we don't want to take challenges, you know, like a risk, you know, because we see them as uncertain, you know.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, we are scared.
yeah, that too. Yes. Okay,
Okay.
so the
So
third question.
the fourth question, how has this business transformed your life, and in what ways has this benefited you?
Yes. As I mentioned before, I currently work 3 days in my primary profession. So that change was huge for me. Being a nurse, I did rotating shifts before, morning, nights, and afternoons, all changing shifts. And it has affected my time clock so much. And I was so stressed out many times, usually when I had to do the mornings. I wake up in the middle of the night, even though I have the alarm set to wake me up. Even before that, I wake up somewhere in the middle of the night looking if it's time to go to work. And, I couldn't sleep well with uninterrupted sleeps. I was so stressed and I always had the headache. And also, with little children after nights, it was so challenging to sleep with all the noise, all the disturbances, all the cries, and all the demands. It was very frustrating for me, and it was affecting my mental health or my um, I would say my balance. Now things have changed. So for that 3 days that I work on consecutive shifts and also just one shift, one time in the afternoons. So that's working for me very well. That is one of the major change that I've got. Um, Besides, I would say like with our family, after coming into Australia, like many other immigrant families, we had to do everything ourselves. Nobody to help with anything. So no mom and dad here, no other family members here, just to take care of kids or do other things. So we shared the responsibility. So most of the time with my rotating shifts, like my husband has to stay on casual on his work, and he did all the multiple odd jobs which he didn't like, but he had to bring income to the family, so he did that. And he was frustrated too. But after coming into the business, as I was able to pull back myself a bit, I became more available for my children. I became more available at my home, so he could switch his career and find another industry, and he could find regular shifts for himself as well. So that has brought more um, flexibility, or that has brought a more favorable routine for us, and has reduced tension between us at home. So that's a great change for us. So yeah, this is how we benefited all together. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
glad that you are able to, enjoy this new business. I
Yeah.
mean, like you said, mentally, physically, and adapting and adjusting to different shift must be very tough.
It
For me,
is.
yeah, for me, I must say I have experienced a personal growth since starting this affiliate marketing business. I learned a lot of new skills, and including social media marketing, and pushed me out of my comfort zone because I never been on YouTube or Facebook before, which has been really rewarding experience for me. And and lastly, I'm very happy to be part of our this fabulous community. I really feel like this makes me feel like one big family.
Yeah, I just want to add that it's very important to have your time, your sleep time, especially, because I completely understand you when you say you get headaches when you don't rest well, because I have the same problem. Like, if I'm under stress, if I don't get enough sleep, if my schedule is like messed up where it's not consistent, then I get my migraines. So it's very important to have that healthy habit of having your nice hours of sleep, to continue to perform your daily duties every day. And it's hard, like you say, it's hard when you have children, because you always have your schedule. You go to work, you come home and do whatever, but when you don't count about when your kids get sick, or when you have to do extra things, and your routine gets shifted, then it's hard to get back into it, and you start having health problems. So this business is also a benefit in that area, because you don't have to go out and work as many hours, especially for you guys, the ones that work in healthcare, and you have different shifts depending on the week. You one week you have morning, one week you have night, and I find that very difficult for you guys to do. And you guys are doing it, and you guys are doing like 12 hours, 14 hours, and I have nothing but you know um
The Martin.
a thankful heart for you guys, for the hard job that you guys put in for us, for all the people that we go to the healthcare to get assisted and stuff. But our community has a lot of people in healthcare that has come and joined, and they came to see this business, and they were thinking, oh, this is going to be our second option of income, but then at some point a lot of them are only working like once a month or once a week now, because they're doing the business full time, and they're doing really good in the business. So this is a great option for all the people out there who are looking for something else to do in life, and they're tired of putting in long hours and sacrificing family time.
Yes. I also agree with you in terms of, like the change of shift. Like I work in the movie industry, and I relate to you because, like, depending on what production I was working, like, we have different schedules because, like, if they're shooting during the day, we will be working during the day. But if they're shooting at night, then we will be working at night. And that shift changing from day to night, it's really hard because, like, you were used to be, and then you have to try to sleep to be able to work at night. But then you have the brightness of the sun on your window. So it's kind of hard. Or somebody like is mowing the lawn, so you can't really sleep. So yeah, it's really hard. So I do get what you're saying about that. And I do get about being an immigrant and not having your family, your extra family, like to support you. As an immigrant kid myself, when I came to Canada, like it was only my parents and my brother, my sister, and I. So my dad, like you mentioned, like your husband, that had to do jobs that in order to bring, like the food to the table. My dad also had to do like different kinds of jobs to support, and while my mom, stayed with us like at night while he was working during the night time. So yeah, I do relate to that to you. Okay, so number 5. So were you or your spouse skeptical at any point, and what advice would you offer to others facing that similar doubts?
Yes, that's another relevant question. I would say I felt so feeble or incapable of doing this. I was not confident enough, and I thought like I don't know what's happening online. I have no experience in the online world, so if I get into this, what will happen? Am I going to the right side? All those thoughts, I don't know. So many questions I can't explain. I had so the thing is that you never know unless you find out about it.
Right.
So as you say, like a book cannot be judged by its cover. You should go inside and read what is in there. So that's what applies here too. So when I knew about the business, I saw the ad. I placed my inquiry. I watched the free info session that they gave us. And yes, I got some general information when I saw that, but I was not sure like what to do. But at the same time, I was curious to know like what is ahead. Then I paid the opt-in fee, and I understand the business model, and that gave me the broader perspective. So you know, then I just paused a bit. I made myself comfortable. I just learned the facts, and I just started exploring about this, like what is this all about. And when I understood that this business is operating worldwide in more than 23 or so countries, if I'm not wrong, uh, and even here in Australia, this business is there for more than 2 decades, and people are running this business, and they are paying tax, and the businesses are incorporated, and then like what else is there to what else is there to doubt? So that's when I started exploring this and finding all sort of different things. Then I could like make a firm decision that yes, this is something right and legit, and this I could do or I could benefit with this. Um, but the real problem was um, after I coming into this business, I had so many people coming to me saying so many things. So that's when I started identifying like what is the difference between a direct sales approach or some other people joining business. Then I could realize like how it differs, and how this business is a patented system, and how this is following a direct sales approach, and how this just depend on my own effort, not any other people in the community. And then I realized that yes, this is more this has more potential. And this is not like the other illegal schemes that all the money goes into one person on the top or something like that. So I understood the clear difference, and then things become more clearer. Yes, I know there are still people out there in the community or out in the world thinking all sort of things, but you only get the clear idea once you opt into this and learn the business model and put yourself there and utilize the resource and understand like what is the difference. Yeah. So yeah, so it has helped me a lot how I explored it and I found it, and then I had a clear picture of it. It was nothing like I heard from assumptions of people, or it was nothing like the perception of other people who I heard after coming into this business. Yeah, it is so different.
When you first saw the ad, what was it that caught your attention about the business? Like, how long did it take you to take action to actually decide that, okay, I like this, I want to try it out? Because you say you were a little bit skeptical. So, how long did it take you to make that choice?
Yes, it took me exactly, I would say it took me maybe 18 months to take the decision. First of all, like when I saw this, like I just watched the webinar and then just took a pause and was just trying to find out things. And the very first time I just prayed. Um, I don't know how many of you believe in God, but I prayed to God, like if it was God's will, or if it's ordained for me, bring it to my path. Let me do it. Help me do it. Yes, it happened after many months. And once I opted in, like it was just quick for me to move forward, because once I learned the business model, things become more clearer and clearer, and it was easy to make a decision.
Okay.
Yes.
From what you just said, I did you have that feeling when you found the ad? You had that feeling like, okay, this is for me. I found it for a reason. It was meant to be. This is gonna change my life. Did you have that feeling, or did you? It took you time to get that feeling of, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I've been waiting for.
Yes, I had that feeling in my gut saying that yes, there is something in it, there is something valuable in it. But as I said, I was not confident because I didn't know anything online. Like I, to be honest, I had a Facebook account, but it was just there for the namesake. I updated my profile picture maybe once in 3 or 4 years. So that was all my Facebook activity. I hardly liked someone's post, or only here and there, very minimal. And to post a comment, it was just happy birthday or happy anniversary, here and there to my close friends. And I only had very few friends. So, like, I didn't think I could do this. But with our extensive training, everything became possible. Yes.
I completely understand you, because I was the same way. I wasn't on social media at all before this, and fear was holding me back. I was like, I don't know if I can do this. What are my friends going to think? What is my family going to think? I was always thinking about what if, I wasn't thinking about taking action, like, okay, I'm going to try it, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be good at it, because I was the same way. I wasn't confident in myself, and I was always doubting on my abilities to do things, and I was always doubting and thinking about others before I put myself first, and now I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll just do what I know I can do, and people can say whatever. So yes, it's hard to make that choice, but once you're in it and once you start working on it, I think it's okay. It's not as bad as we
And
think it's
yeah,
gonna be.
Yeah.
and to be true, nobody knows everything. So nobody is born confident. Confidence or the clarity comes from learning, or confidence comes from, I would say, experience. Experience comes from doing it over and over and over and over again. So yeah, that's all you need to do, and you just get there. If you don't do anything, nothing happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. In my case, I was not skeptical, but the reason why it's just because it was like you mentioned about God, like believing in God, that you were praying. Um, my my case, there were so many coincidences. So I thought that it was a sign from God, like all the stuff that were like aligned with what was happening to me at that time. That's why I decided to proceed. And then once I was inside and I got to see even more things align, and then I got to see the community and then the faith in the community that I saw there, it was like, okay, this is what I need to do, like this is where I need to be. So that's why I decided to join the business. I went with my gut. Okay,
Great.
so
Okay, last question for you. Is there anything else you would like to share with our audience? Any additional advice or experiences you would like to impart?
Yes, of course. I would say it all depends on your choice. Like what kind of life you want, or what kind of life you desire, what kind of job, or what kind of business you would like to do. So you make the choice to do or not to do. Um, so if you take the chance, only two things can happen: either you win or you fail. In this business, like you have everything to make it win. Like if you are willing to work for it, you must be willing to work for it before it works for you. So I would say, um, no matter you win or fail, to make that choice, you need courage.
Yes.
For me, like doing it and finding it out is better than regretting for not doing it later. So I took the chance. So I'd like just to give an example that maybe a thought that came into my mind. So suppose like if you are wanting to apply for a job and you have only 1 year of experience, or you are just a graduate, but the job description is asking for someone in the industry with maybe a few years of experience, let's say 3 years of experience. But if you think, oh, I'm just a graduate, they are not going to hire me, and you don't put your application in, and you don't appear for the interview, what is the chance of you getting the job?
Zero.
Zero. You don't get that job. But if you just apply for it, if they don't find anybody, or if they feel like you are a good candidate, they will hire you. So that's the difference. So in the first place, when you pull yourself back from not taking that opportunity, you lose it. You're not even in their list. But in case you go into there and apply it, you come into their list of potential job seekers or whatever. So that's the difference. That's how your perception. You should reflect on what you think about yourself, or what you think about anything that's come across with you. When you come into the business, there is no obligation. When you place the inquiry, we send you the information and you learn it. And if you like to explore more, you go into the next step and understand the business model. And then you decide if you want to do this or not to do this. It's up to you. No obligation. You don't get hooked into anything, or you don't get into any trouble. It's up to you if you want to do this. If you want to take the business idea and proceed, it's all up to you. And yeah, I would say like it's up to you, and um, the final decision is up to you. All are parties just to provide you with the opportunity, with the system, and if you wanting to come along to support you throughout your journey. That's our task. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all I have to say. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
I also tell myself I joined this business because I didn't want to regret. If you don't join, and you will never find out what you will miss, and you will be in the same place after 1 year or 5 year or 10 year.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Uh, we're sharing this opportunity with all our audience. You know, we're trying to just show everyone that there's other opportunities out there other than a traditional job. Um, we're trying to tell you too that you have to be you have to get out of your comfort zone, and you have to be uncomfortable before you're comfortable, because at the beginning you're going to be learning a lot, and you're going to be doing a lot of things that you haven't done, maybe if you're not in social media, if you've never done marketing, if you are not tech savvy. You're going to be uncomfortable, but at some point you're going to start being comfortable. You're going to enjoy it, and you're going to like it, and you're going to be like, why didn't I start doing this before? You know, why did I waste my time doing other things? Because this business offers you the flexibility you've been looking for to spend time with your family, with your elderly parents, you know, to vacation around the world, and just have a quality life, a life on your own terms. So this is why we're sharing this opportunity with you today.
Yeah, and also there are some people like who is not even willing to watch the introductory session or the webinar that we offer. So the thing is that, um, and some people say that they want to know everything before they're coming in. The problem is that this is just like a second career, as I said, for me. Like to explain a whole career in one go is something impossible. Think about it. Think about any other profession that you are into. I can compare it with nursing because I'm a nurse. When you go to a uni or ask them about the nursing or the course that you do, they they wouldn't be able to tell you what's all in the nursing, like in that short interview session or the discussion session you have. So it's huge. So it's only when you follow the process and steps you get understand to things, and yeah, you go from there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good point that you say that, because like people wants to know like in order to understand the business you have to follow the steps, because if you keep jumping from one to the other you're not going to understand, and you're going to be all confused, and then you're going to lose the opportunity that you had in front of you to change your life. So um one of the things that we always say, like you gotta watch the webinar, the 90 minutes, watch it like entirely, so you have a better understanding of the business. And then when you watch it, you have a better understanding. And then you also get invited to a group where you can see more people in the community, like that will share like you see their success, their stories, like through their journey and all that. And then you can decide, like if you want to do it or if you don't want to do it, like you have that option at that time. So um if you want to follow us on our pages, they're like on the screen right now. So you can learn more about the business and see our posting. Um, for you, Lena, your page name is
It's J Jake and Lena. It's similar to my website. Yeah.
paper. So you can
My
find
website is yeah. My website is www.jjakeandlena.com. So my page
yeah.
is just the middle name, J Jake and Lena.
So you can find
Yeah.
her page on the same as her website. And then for those who wants to know more about the business, we have our websites on the screen. So you can register with your name and email address, and we'll send you an invitation to the free webinar that we offer, where you'll learn more about the business plan and then the stories of our members in our community. We have lives every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. If you're not able to watch those the lives, that's not a problem. When you register with us, we can watch. We can send you the replay so you can watch it. And if you don't speak the language, English is not your strength, that's not a problem. Our replays will have subtitles that you can look in your language and be able to watch the webinar.
Yeah, and
So
for us here in Australia, it's Wednesday and Friday, 10 a.m. AEST.
thank you so much. As you see, like our community is global, so you can watch it from anywhere in the world. And then we want to thank the viewers that watched the live today and those watching the replay. And we want to thank our guest, Lena, that she's all the way from Australia. What time is in Australia right now?
It's 11:15 in the morning.
Wow.
Here in
Yeah,
Vancouver,
it's Monday.
yeah, they're Monday. We're Sunday. In Vancouver, it's Sunday, 5:46 p.m. And you, Isabel, where you're from?
It's Sunday, 8:46 p.m.
In North Carolina, right? Something like
Yes.
that? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we're a global community. So that shows, like all the different locations where we are. So thank you, Lena, again for coming today to our live
Thank you,
and
Lina.
Thank you.
sharing your
Thank you.
experience. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
for inviting me. It was a great honor and pleasure to meet you all.
Thank you
Nice
so
to
much.
meet you too.
Same here.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. But until the next time for the Global Digital Success Talk. So we'll see you until the next time. Bye, everyone.